people that watch paranormal channels on YouTube, the big paranormal channels, they use very high-tech equipment. One thing you don't see them very often is using one of these, which is very, very high quality, or one of those. You will be more familiar with a crappy old thing like this, which is the Olympus VN-731PC. It's an old Olympus recorder, and I noticed that a lot of the paranormal groups were using these recorders, and I've asked umpteen times, why were they using this one?
Could you explain to me what's going on here? My colleague...
What was so special about it? I didn't get an answer, but I actually did look up on YouTube, and I'm going to leave a link in the description down below to the Ouija Brothers. They done a video on this, and when I spotted the video, I decided I would go out and buy this recorder and see what all the hype is about. Actually, while testing this morning, it almost had me fooled, because I done a talk session and 2 words came out of it. So one of them was yes, and the other one was a whisper, Jesus. And it's very compelling in that, but the problem is, I'm pretty honest with you guys. I'll always, and I could say, guys, look, I feel filled with the Holy Spirit because Jesus spoke to me through this. No, he didn't. He spoke to me through a bit of shuffling, a bit of this and a bit of that, and that turned out to be Jesus. Thing is, I done exactly the same EVP session with this. So both of these recorders were running at the same time. This is running at 24 bits per second on a wave, on the wave format. You can actually get it up to 320 bits per second on the MP3 format, but I use waveband because MP3 it compacts the files and it gets rid of low frequency noises and stuff like that, and you could lose your EVPs. So but this is a pretty good recorder. Even at the 24 bit, you could hear a mouse fart with this thing. I mean, like, you could hear that. I have very thick glass on my windows, and I could hear the traffic outside with this. But all the shuffling, all the squeaking and turning and scratching and the breaths and the this and that is all picked up on this. But I will play the EVP. If the dog would stop barking, I'll play the EVP from what I heard this morning. And if you just recorded it with this, which a lot of the paranormal investigators are doing, is saying, guys, it said Jesus, it said yes, oh, isn't that crazy, guys? And you put it up to the camera, and everybody's all excited. Oh, it did say Jesus. In this case, Jesus was a bit of shuffling. So I'm going to prove that to you now. Right, this is the creature that has been making all the noise. When you pick him up, she looks all innocent. Actually, this is the pup that I decided to keep, and she actually was. We were under the litter, weren't you? It was your little squirt. But you make lots of noise for the size of you, don't you? Don't you? Say hello to the camera, look. I'm just going to try and quieten this down before I do play the session for you guys. Right, I'm going to play the EVP for you now. Here we go. Is there a spirit in this room right now? Can you tell us your name?
Can you tell me if you're male or female?
That sounded like a yes.
Male or female? Female?
Is it playing?
Can you tell me how many spirits are here in the house? Well, I'm going to play this back. Well, I'm going to play this back.
This.
Well, I'm going to play this back.
It sounded an awful lot like Jesus.
Well, I'm going to play this back.
Right, we're gonna play back the same EVP session that was recorded on the Tascam as well. So here we go. Is there a spirit in this room right now? Can you tell us your name? Can you tell me if you're male or female? That shuffle was supposed to be yes. Can you tell me if you're male or female? Can you tell me how many spirits are here in the house? Well, I'm going to play this back. Jesus, that was supposed to be Jesus. Well, I'm going to play this back. Well, I'm going to play this back. Well, I'm going to play this back. That was me shuffling in the seat, doing this. And it turned out to be Jesus on the other recorder. So, you know, when you, I mean, like, experiment around with low bit rates if you want, folks. You know, I'm nothing against that. But for, you know, but for God's sake, back it up with something else. Because that actually, I recorded that EVP session before I done this video. And, you know, I played it back and I says, you know, maybe it is an EVP, you know. But, and I played it over this, and I wasn't quite sure. And I played it over and back, the two recorders and that. If you're going to pick up, if 5 kilobytes per second is the correct way to pick up EVPs, and maybe it won't be picked up on this. But the thing is, when a response that you think might be a response on this, if you've recorded it on this, you can debunk it or you can prove it. If there is no sound, you know, if you pick up, for instance, Jesus came up. If there was no sound at all on this, I could say that this was an EVP. But the fact is, it picked up the shuffling, it picked up the breaths. I know it was a little bit overdone, but I was trying to make a point, you know, because we got 2 words on this. We got yes and we got Jesus, and when we played this back, you know, through a higher bit rate, higher quality, you could hear everything that was going on, the shuffling in the seat, the shuffling with the feet, you know, and the breaths and stuff like that. But you know, I'm not trying to discredit these paranormal groups or anything like that, but what they should be doing is backing them up with another recorder, to be 100% sure, because they have made mistakes and I've seen it, you know. But I will leave it for now, folks. I will talk to you in the next video. I might do another spirit box session to follow up on the previous one, because we got some pretty good responses and that, you know, and my car is broke, so I can't get out. So, but I will get it sorted as soon as I possibly can. But we'll see you in the next video, folks. And as always, be good to each other.